Today we are going to work on the chapter number 3 of Paul Hindemith, Elementary Training for Musicians. So we're going to do the exercise of combination of the 16th note. Let me just... Okay, it's here. I'm going just to work today just on the 16th note. First, what Paul Hindemith points out is the stem. The stem is up when the note is below the third line of the musical staff, or the treble clef or bass clef, does not matter what clef, for the statical part. So when you get on the third line, the stem go to the left side. When it's below, is on the stem is on the right side of the note, the head note. So right side, left side. Here on the bass clef, on the treble clef. The perfect example. So I'm going to do the combination. So first I'm going to do slow, like so ta 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 ta. Now I'm going to combine, add one tie on the first two 16th note. So ta 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 ta. So that tie, because it's on the same pitch note, same clef and the same voice in this case here. So therefore you're going to add to the tempo of the 16th. Instead to be ta ta ta, it's going to be ta 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 ta. So because two 16th notes is equal to one 8th note, so it's the same as ta 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 ta. Let's listen with both. The referential is going to be the 16th note with no ties. It's too fast. Let me change the tempo. Yeah. I see now. So ta 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 ta, without the 16th. Ta 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 ta. But with the referential here, so you have a ta 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 ta. Now let's add the tie on the last two 16th notes. So ta 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 ta. This tie here, because in the same pitch note, is going to add to the duration of the note. So 1/16 plus 1/16 is 1/8 note. So ta 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 ta. So we have these two ways to write, one with the tie and one with the 8th note. Okay? So ta 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 ta. Let's listen. Now without the now again with the tie on the first two 16th note. 2/16 note is equal to 1/8 note. So I can write an 8th note in 2/16, or can I write 2/16 with the tie? Okay? Ta 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 ta. It's the same as ta 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 ta. we were here. I guess so ta 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 ta. When I put the tie in between the two on the same pitch, if I put the tie to a different pitch note, it's not going to add to the duration, but it's going to be legato, connected. Let me go. Okay. Now I'm going to tie 3. Ta 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 ta. Again. Ta 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 ta. So this 3, so because 2 is equal of 1/8 note plus 1/16, there's one dotted eighth note. The dot is half of the value of the note. Half of the eighth note is 16, so 3/16 note here. So ta 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 ta. An example is happy birthday. Let's see. So ta 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 ta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So ta 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 ta. Instead ta ta ta. We're doing it in slow pace. So ta ta. So ta 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 ta. Just that part with the 16th as a referential. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. The next one that we have this combination of 1/8 rest and 2/16, and after 1/8 note and 2/16, we have the William Tell by Rossini. These are ta 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 ta. But here it's going to be. Let me add. From here, let's listen. So until here, I could not copy it later on. But let's see on the video with the orchestra playing. Let me. Oh, sorry, not that. me find it here, the Giacomo Puccini.
If you suffer from yellow
So we saw the sur that is much faster than what I presented at the beginning. So you can have the idea that you have this ta 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 ta. So ta 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 ta. So 1/8 note is 2/16 tied. We're going to talk about the combination. We'll talk about combination of the 16th note. So ta 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 ta. This ta 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 ta. So I'll do this slow. So ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. The example here just in the beginning of the melody. You can add the 2/16 rest is equal of 1/8 rest. So ta 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 ta. Let's see. Too fast, sorry. Ta 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 ta. So ta 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 ta. Like here, so ta 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 ta. So ta 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 ta. And here, sorry, so it's a ta 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 ta. Here, so ta 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 ta. And here, ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. So ta 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 ta. Here, ta 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 ta. Next one, ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Here, just ta 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 ta. So the last one that is on silence from this year. Ta ta ta. So ta ta instead with ta 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 ta. Yes. Ta 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 ta. Again ta 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 ta. So you can make a combination of those 16th note as you wish. Now let's go here on the chapter 3 of Mr. Paul Hindemith. Said instead to multiplying the chord note, we can divide it into 8th notes or 16th notes. The notation: single 8th notes are written like quarters, but with a flag or the hook added to the stem. That is the head, stem, and the hook, or the flag. So 1 is for the 8th note, 2 is for the 16th, 3 is for the 32nd, 4 for the 64, and 5 to the 128th note. Same thing for the silence. Silence does not have head note. Just the sound, just the note that have a head note. The rest does not have a head note. So you just have the stem and the flags or the hook. So when the beam up, when the note is below the third line of the pauto pentagram or the musical staff, when it's up, the beam on the left side of the head note. And the way that you put matter to the execution of the rhythm, when you put like 3, so ta 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 ta, so ta 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 ta, so 4, so ta 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 ta. You can do ta 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 here ta 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 ta. The beams of eighth notes mark either the quarters or the halves of a measure. So ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. And here, when you put this way, you put like in irregular, so 5 against 8, 3, so it's the same as 8, but when you put ta 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 ta, you can do like that, you can ta 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 ta, but the order is preferable, or you can put 4 4 or in 2 by 2 ta 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 ta, so ta 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 ta. Yes, 5 ta 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 ta. So organized in a way that you can see the articulation would be much better than it would be put any number that won't matter for the articulation that was written for. So in 4/4 time signature, they do not connect the second and the third quarters. Not so second and the third quarters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See, so it's not connected properly. So here has one chord note. Here that's the second chord note. That's the third chord note. That's the fourth chord note. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. For combined beams, the chord is generally used as the unity in 2/4 and 4/4, the chord note. So combined beams. So I have two 16ths and 1/8. You put them together as for one chord note. Another chord note, chord note, chord note. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You make the subdivision to fit on the chord note, chord note, chord note, chord note, chord note. But you have 2 16ths plus 1/8. 1/8 plus 2 16ths, 1 16th, 1/8, 1 16th, 4 16th note. And here last frequencies have ta 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 ta. Here ta 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 ta. So it's better visualize when they are divided and subdivided to the measure by the beats than when you put in a non-regular, I'm not sure how to say that, order. Here, ta 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 ta. On the 4/4. Ta 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 ta. Here, ta 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 ta. So ta 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 ta. And here, but the following, which completely contradicts this rule, is very unclear. The notation of such complex rhythmic patterns will be explained in the chapter 4. Direction of the stems in groups connected by beams, upwards or downwards, according to the general statement on page 12, notation. So here the melody is ascending, so you can add the beams up, even though per pass the third line rule. So you can do that. If this is treble clef, this is D, A, E, D, B. If it's bass clef, it's F, C, G, F, F, D. So you can do that. And this that is going to descend, you can add the beam on the left side, and here the beam on the right side of the note head. Note head right side, note head left side. Here they said that doubtful cases, you can use the downward stems are generally preferable. But you can write it this way too. What's the number? Eighth notes in one half a note. In one whole note is eighth. In one quarter note, in one half a note is 4. How many 16th notes in one half a note? How many 16th in one whole note? 16th, so this is 8. We're not going to sing, we're going to sing just the rhythm. So ta 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 ta. Let it be. Ta 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 ta. Now let us see. Ta 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 ta. Let it be. Ta 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 ta. And you do the more difficult, okay? Thank you.